If you think your uncle is Robin Hood, or maybe your third cousin twice removed is Katniss Everdeen, then this is the video for you. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance. Today we're going to make a fun build. Now every now and again you've got to shoot an arrow at something. Very often it's like a witch from a distance, or it's a skelly, or it's something like that. But it's good to practice these things. You know, every now and again you just have to have a bit of practice just to check that you've got your eye in and you're really good at doing it. So what I thought I'd do, and I've not actually seen one of these on YouTube before, so I just had a bit of an idea, not a clue why. I thought we'd build an archery range, and this is going to enable you to target practice at different distances from where you're standing, and there will be a light indicator to say whether or not you've hit the target absolutely on the bullseye. It sounds like it'll be quite a bit of fun, and then at the end we'll also have some live targeting, which will be fun because obviously moving targets are a little bit harder to hit than not moving ones, and we'll do that at the end. But brilliant, let's have a crack on it, shall we? I think it'll be fun. So the first thing you've got to do is find yourself quite a lot of space, because this could be quite big. It could be actually very big. It's entirely up to you. Work out the line behind which you are going to stand. So for example, we're going to stand behind this line when we're doing our shooting, and then decide how far away do you want your target. Now we're going to do a few targets, but the closest target, how far away do you want it? Now I reckon about 20 blocks is about right. So if we go 20 blocks, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this here is the 20th block. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that also with a white. So we can look back here, we can see we're 20 blocks away from where we started. And the first thing we want to do is we want to grab ourselves a support block. So get one support block. I'm just using stone brick because I want to. You don't have to. You could use wood. In fact, it'd look quite nice if it was wood. You can use anything you want, but I'm just using stone brick because I can. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get one white wool. Then we're going to get, on top of that, one blue wool. On top of that, one yellow wool. And on top of that, one red wool. And then we're going to surround that red wool with yellow wool. We're going to surround the yellow wool with blue wool. Can you see the pattern that we are trying to do here? We're basically creating an archery target. Now I appreciate it's not round. Round is hard to get in Minecraft, and fairly soon I'm actually going to do a video where it shows you how to do all different sizes circles in Minecraft. It's actually not too difficult really, but I think that is quite a good target, and you can see it really rather well. I think that's quite good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come around the back, and you can see where you need to be because it's the same colour. It's dead easy, right? Dead easy. So on this red one, underneath it on the yellow, we are going to get one of those, just one red wool. Onto that we're going to stick a bit of redstone. Onto the side we're going to stick a torch like that. Now the torch doesn't power the redstone, that's really important. Then underneath here, 2 blocks away, we're going to get a tower. Now again, you can tower this up with the base block if you want. It needs to be a block that will conduct the redstone, and you want to make it 2 high. So I've got 2 high there, and on top of that stick a bit of redstone. Now that does power that redstone. Imagine this redstone is basically like a block. So for example, imagine it's like that. That redstone is right next to that torch, so therefore it is powered. Just because it looks flat and little on the top, don't let it fool you. That is a block as much as that is a block. Alright, so think of redstone like that, and maybe that will help you start to consider what redstone is actually like in the game. So on the side of this, we're going to stick a torch. Now you'll notice, because this redstone here is powered, that is going to power this block. And because we're putting a torch on the side of that, it is effectively creating a negative energy within that torch, and it turns it off. Nothing more complicated than that, it just turns it off. And then we put a lot of redstone on there, and as a result of putting a little block of redstone on that, when this torch turns on, so if I just get rid of that, you see the torch turns on because we've unpowered the block. That will power that redstone. Put the redstone back and it completely inverts. So you can see that is the beginning of the circuitry. In fact, that is the most complicated part of the circuitry here. It is a real doddle. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's go on with the next bit. So now come back to the line behind which you will be shooting. You can see your target is fairly close. Now what I want you to do is I want you to dig down 1 there and then 2, and dig a 2 deep trench all the way along until you get to where your target zone is. And then when you get to your target zone, I want you to dig out the 1 block underneath that, and basically leave the block here as 1 deep, all the rest 2 deep, and then 1 deep just in front of your target zone there. Then what I want you to do is take out that block, get yourself a redstone repeater and point it out of that block. Now what happened again, if I take off that redstone there, you can see that powers that torch, which powers that redstone. We've already established that. But that redstone, the same way as this redstone was, is powering the block that it's sitting on. And because it's powering the block that it's sitting on, the redstone repeater can suck the power out. And that's exactly what that's doing. And that is giving that a strong signal strength, 15 signal strength, which is really quite important when we start doing these targets. We want a good signal strength in here. So that's really, really simple. And we've got to put that redstone back, otherwise it don't work. Then get a bit of redstone there. And we are just going to run redstone along. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to get another repeater. Now you could go 15 if you wanted to, or at least 14, but I'm just going 10 because we've got longer than 10 anyway, so it doesn't matter where this repeater really goes. Then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That then will power this block. So when there's a charge on this cable here, this redstone cable goes all along and all along and all along and all along. That powers this block here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get a redstone lamp and stick the redstone there. Because this redstone has powered this block, that will then power the redstone lamp if there's a signal, and the redstone lamp will turn on. Dead easy, right? So then what we're going to do is we're just going to get our sandstone. I've got sandstone simply because that is what my floor is made of, and we're going to cover up this trench like this all the way to here. Do not, and I repeat, do not put it there, because that will break off that redstone there. So I don't know if it will actually demonstrate particularly well. So if I do that, no, you can't really see it, but it breaks off the redstone, so don't do it. Whatever you do, don't do it, alright? Then come around, stick yourself kind of a 3 block around your foot, and then get yourself some steps or another block, it doesn't really matter, whatever you want, and create yourself a nice kind of a pedestal shape around the bottom of your target. Come here like that, and like that. Oh no, like that. There we go, like that, and around and around and around like that. So you've got a pedestal that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide, a 5 wide foot, if you will. And then in the middle of that red one, stick yourself a button. Then what you can do is you can come all the way back here and get your bow and some arrows. Get your bow, and what you want to do is, the lamp is off, stand behind your target, try and shoot the button. That's a little bit high, it's a little bit low. I will get it, there we go. And the lamp turns on when you hit the target. And that's because what's happened, if I come around the back here, the arrow hits the wooden button, has to be a wooden button, otherwise it doesn't work. That powers this redstone, which powers this block, which turns this torch off, which turns that redstone off, which turns this torch on, which turns that redstone on, which powers the line all the way down and turns the power on there. So if you then go and collect your arrows, and the lamp turns off again, and you are ready and reset to go again. So if I just shoot another arrow a little bit further back, oh, that was so close there, wasn't it? Boom. There we go, and the lamp turns on. Dead simple. And then it gets really interesting. So we have made an archery range here with distances of 20, 40 and 60 blocks away from the shooting zone. We've literally just duplicated those two there, doing exactly the same thing there, and we put a wooden wall behind it just to give it a little bit of differentiation against the skyline. Nothing more than that. It's not important, it's not part of the required structure, it is just there to get in the way so as you don't have to go too far to retrieve any arrows that went the wrong way. And here we're going to do something different in a minute. So you come along to the start and you stand behind your white target, which is your closest target, and you think, right, I think that is about there. Oh my goodness, first shot, look at that. There we go. So that worked. So then you can come on to this and you can say, right, I reckon that's going to be about there. Oh, no, I was well low there, wasn't I? Right, so we're going to be about there. Still very low. There. Oh, so close. There we go. We got that fella. Right, and now this one is 60. This one's really, really long way. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit it. Let's try it. Boom. No, that's low. Bang. Still very low, aren't we? Goodness me. Let's get up there. Oh, we're close. We're close. Oh, I'm too high. A little bit higher. Oh, that was so close that I'm in the yellow. Oh, I thought that was in. I thought that was in then. That was so close there. And we got it. Look at that. Yeah, we did it. Whoop, whoop. So that is 60 away. And if that was a skeleton, that would get you an award of, I don't know, archery sensation Robin Hood type person. Very, very good. And here, we're going to do something a little bit different. So come up to where we've put the wall, and actually where you put the wall in terms of distance away from this line doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. But come to the middle of your wall and come out 1, 2, and then on the third block you want to stick yourself a disposable block. Doesn't matter what it is. And you want to come up 6 high. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Get rid of all but the top one. I told you, disposable block, and stick a dispenser pointing downwards. Now, strictly speaking, in survival, this one isn't going to be possible to do, but it's still a bit fun if you've got a command block or you shove yourself ever so sneakily into creative just to be able to make this purely for the purposes of practice, which is what we're looking to do. So off the back of the dispenser, again, get yourself a block there, and we want to be able to start to basically tower down with our redstone, so as when the signal comes along, it towers back up again. It's fairly simple there. So what we're going to do is come along, get yourself, where are we, a second block down there, and one there, and one there. Up we come, and then get yourself your slab, wooden slab. It's a good idea to use a wooden slab, because what that means is that you can then really easily get your redstone signal down. So you want to have your redstone signal going down like that, and then you want to get another one coming down like that, remove that, and then another one coming off of that like that, and that then can go down to the bottom there. So if you then put redstone on that, it goes there, 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 and there. And what that means, if we get a redstone torch, just to demonstrate, and we stick a redstone blob there, if we were to get a redstone torch there, that will light all the way up. And did you hear the click of the dispenser? That dispenser literally just clicked there because we took the redstone signal up to it. Click, there you go. So that's what we're looking for. You can get rid of the block on top, we don't need that anymore. And what we're going to do is we're going to come down, where are we, to there, down to there, like that. So the redstone signal is flowing upwards like that, and then we're going to come, basically cut out 2 all the way to where we have got our red line. Bearing in mind, red means danger. Just got to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. We're nearly there. All the way here, and then keep that last one as a single block like that for now. And then we're going to put redstone. Now for the moment we're going to redstone all the way along this distance, but that's not going to work if we do that. So this is just literally to get it lined up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put some repeaters in there on the way down in just a moment. So what we want is, if we put a repeater on that one there, you can see that we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, then that one 15. That's the maximum distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's just get rid of that one there, and that then brings the signal up. So if we were to then come up this end, and where's my button? Let's get a button. I've lost my button. Where's me? I actually have lost my button. Look, where's it gone? There we go. So let's put a button there. So if we stick a button on that block there like that, push the button, that gives a signal that runs the entire length of that string. What's really important up here is that this bit here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that doesn't exceed 15. Otherwise, again, this will not work. So again, fill in, not this one here, but you can fill that in because the signal will still travel because it's being sucked out. You see that like that. Come all the way along and fill this in. Now remember, as I say, you can't do this in true survival. It won't allow you to. Bit of shame, but there you go. But you can do it in if you do a little sneaky trickster creative jump into survival if you wanted to. So cut out these blocks here just to make for a nice pattern. And then what we want to do is we want to just basically build up around this area to create just a bit of a platform, really. So what we want is a platform that looks a little bit like that. And then you can see that redstone is still connected. If I take that out, you can see the redstone is still connected because we're putting that on the top of that, not the bottom. I actually had it accidentally on the bottom one there, which would cut that redstone off. We don't want that. So on the top of that one, and then another one on there. Let me get that on there as well. So we've basically made like a platform all around the edge. Now what you want to do here is you can build up whatever structure you want using whatever blocks you want to protect your redstone should you choose to, or you can just leave it like that, and then you can, if again you want to, you can build this wall up a little bit further. Again, you don't have to, this is completely up to you. Make it a little bit higher like that, and then this is the tricky bit. What you want to get is some monster eggs. So get yourself some monster eggs. I'm just going to have some zombies. I'm going to slap some zombies in there like that. Then what I can do is I can come all the way back down here, and we can get my bow and arrow like that. Obviously don't need your arrows in your frontline inventory, that doesn't matter. Then you can hit your button, that spawns a zombie for you, and then you can fire at the zombie like this. Just, if you've done it right, and I haven't actually, to be fair, if you've done it right, he will move. Especially if you stick a villager in a pod halfway, so as the zombie can see it. So the zombie actually was too far away from us. I was a little bit too Robin Hood there because I put it a long way away. But if you were to get yourself, where's some glass? Let's get some glass. If you were to get a little pod here with a villager in it, there we go. So if we put, hang on, that there, and then another one like that, get rid of the middle, then the zombie won't be able to get the villager. Get yourself a villager egg, or just pull your villager into it, obviously. Where's me villager? Villager, there we go. I knew I had one. Get your villager in there like that. I'll get rid of that there for a moment. Put a villager in there. No, that's not what I meant to do. Stick that there like that, like that, like that. That there, like that, like that. That villager now can't get out. But if I come here, I think, it depends on distances, I might have done this wrong as well, but if we then spawn in our zombie, I think the zombie might be, the zombie can see the villager, obviously it's daylight, but you can fire at the zombie as a moving target. Awesome. Then do it again, spawn another one, it sees the villager, and it comes, and it's a moving target, and you could just fire your arrows at it like that. And if it is night time, obviously it won't catch fire. Happy days. That is a little bit of a cheeky cheat, but if you wanted a little bit of a moving target, that is quite fun. You don't have to have that section on it at all, obviously. You can just have the 3 short, medium and long range targets, and you can make them, I think, up to about 75 odd blocks before you start to run a little bit short with your bow. And if you've got a really good shot, why don't you try and go a little bit further? And there you've got it. That is just a little bit of fun. I thought normally I'll do a house, or I'll do a farm build, or some redstone malarkey. I thought, why don't we just have a little bit of fun, something that we can practice shooting our arrows with. You can do this fairly simply in survival, except for this bit is completely optional, but I think it's quite nice. Design the targets however you want. You can fiddle around with the design, make the distances different. It is entirely up to you. It is really good fun. If you have enjoyed the video, please do slap the like button. It'll be great to know that you're enjoying it, and maybe I can make up some daft stuff like this as well for the future. And if you haven't done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.